Last year, there were record-breaking numbers of organ donors across the country.
Nationally, it's being attributed to the rise in opioid overdoses. 2017 was another record year. According to the United Network for Organ Sharing, 2017 saw the highest amount of decreased organ donors ever for the 5th straight year. But surprisingly, in the Midwest, opioid overdose donors decreased last year, despite having a record number of total donors.
The need for organ donors is still great. Valley News Team's Ryan Laughlin tells us the story of a man who's helping honor his family by informing others about organ donation.
Year and a half on my deer heads, 2 years on everything else.
Chris Cantler's business is taxidermy.
You know, and this is the showroom, so this has got the finished stuff in here.
But his passion?
You can enhance, I think it's up to 60 people. You can make their lives better.
Is informing others about organ donation. It started with his father, who had received 2 heart transplants and a kidney transplant over the course of his life. But then the script flipped.
She just had an incredible personality. She had an incredible laugh.
His family had scheduled an early Christmas on December 23rd back in 2010 because a storm was coming.
On the way in, they hit a patch of black ice, and their car spun around backwards, and they hit the bridge abutment right there.
His granddaughter, 11-month-old Kirsten Book, was in her car seat.
She didn't have a scratch. And they said it was like shaken baby times a million. She had brain swelling.
One day later, she died. And that's when they had to make the decision as to whether or not to donate her organs.
That was the easiest decision they've ever made.
But then the race was on.
And the weather did come in, and they weren't able to make it before she passed away. But they were still able to recover her heart valves.
Kirsten's life would give life to others.
I think that's been there for 7 years.
Now in his shop, on his wrist and tattooed on his arm are reminders of how his granddaughter is living on.
Every time I get to tell her story, say her name out loud, there's that many more people that know that she was alive.
Kirsten Book would have been 9 years old yesterday. From Abercrombie, North Dakota, Ryan Laughlin, Valley News Live.
Cantler is now an ambassador for LifeSource. They said they had a record of 184 organ donors this year who donated 586 different organs. There were 568 tissue donors that have the potential to heal up to 42,000 lives. And there are nearly 3,500 people still waiting for a life-saving transplant in Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. If you want information on how you can sign up to be a donor, there's a link on our website. Just click on this story at valleynewslive.com.